Hello and welcome back to another vlog. I feel kind of silly because I'm talking to you in a nightgown, and B, because of what I am doing while I talk to you. My name is Erin Sugarman. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you watching, genuinely. And please remember to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Right now, I'm doing this project with this pleather tube yarn, which it's very ASMR unless you can't stand the sound of squeaking pleather yarn, which my husband's in that category. I am not. I actually like the sound, but he's not home, so luckily he doesn't have to listen to the squeaking. It was so bad he was literally wearing headphones while I did this. Here's what I have to say. This yarn is an absolute bitch to work with. Like, it's very tough. It takes a lot of grip strength to work with. You can see just how thick and how sort of, what would you call it? Inflexible maybe this material is, because obviously you can work with it, but each stitch gets so tight and there's not very much give, as you can see here. So once you really start getting up there in the rows, it's very hard to work with, because you can kind of see I have to force the crochet hook in and really, like, with all my might, pull it through. So this is the last row of green, and then I'm moving on to the white tube yarn I just showed you, and that's going to be the last color in this. So I'm very determined to finish this today. It's also a great stress reliever. Crochet, I think, is in general, but especially this yarn will really force you to work out all of your kinks, so to speak. Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. It's 11:30, and I have a telehealth appointment in 30 minutes, so obviously I can't look like this for it. So my plan is to work on this for maybe like 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get dressed and then do my appointment. And I don't know what else. That's basically the plan for now. I am absolutely exhausted. Yesterday, I went into New York City with my husband, who works in the city a lot more now, honestly, though. He was in yesterday for a bunch of different things and meetings. I came along. I did some exploring on my own, which I have another vlog. It's a little bit different of a style. It's a little more conceptual, and I'm really excited to kind of try out the style and to see how it looks in the edit. But there's going to be another vlog based on my adventures in New York, and then I met up a friend for dinner, and my husband had to stay until close to midnight in the office working, and I was there with him because, you know, it's like 2 hours by train away from our house, and I could have gone back by myself, but I also would have had to Uber back from the train station. It's not the easiest in the area we live in at that hour. It wouldn't have been the easiest to get an Uber. Slash, if I went to the more convenient train station, it would be really far, and it would be like a really expensive Uber. Plus, I don't know what the hell I was going to do here, like, by myself. Like, I'm already there, so, you know, I had my snacks. Luckily, like, I just read some books on my iPad, and just kind of chilled in the office with him. I didn't get home till like 2 in the morning, and I had to take the garbage out and just, you know, a whole bunch of things literally at 2 a.m. And I hadn't gotten enough sleep for a couple nights, and I'm the kind of person who really has trouble functioning if I don't get enough sleep. I was hitting a wall, and I actually was surprised I slept only 8 hours today. I thought I was going to sleep 9 to 10, but I ended up waking up. I also have this appointment, so I figured I might take a nap later. But I was like, I might as well get up. That way I'm not rushing around to get ready for the appointment. Yeah, I have no idea though really what I'm going to get into or when my husband's going to come home tonight. He actually had to go to court today. So he's back in the city. He literally got like 3 hours of sleep. It was nuts. So I kind of felt like vlogging today. And so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I'm going to go back to my tube yarn project and I will check in with you guys in a bit. Shocker, I'm running 6 minutes late. Take a quick shower. Here's the look for now. And about 3 things came up that I remember that I need to / should do today. So we will talk about that in a bit. I think I look as tired as I am, which is pretty damn tired. It is 1:22 and I am drained. I have a headache also, and I think I'm going to go and lay down for a bit. I'll tell you guys though what the 3 things that I was like, oh, I actually have to do today. So thing 1 is I signed up to bake 2 dozen cookies for the homeless that I have to deliver Sunday. I got my reminder text today and I was like, oh shit. That is not something I remembered. So I will have to do that. But I have this cookie mix that I've been meaning to use, and it's really easy because you just add, it's one of those where you add oil and water to it, but it's like, it's not like Betty Crocker or something. It's like a higher end cookie mix that I got at this like specialty grocery store maybe like 6 months ago, and I think that'll be the perfect use for it. So it'll probably only take me, you know, maybe, I don't know, a half hour to do the cookies if I do them that way. Do that, and then I also have to place a Target grocery delivery order because we are out of food. I said 3 things, but I'm like, is there a 3rd thing or is it just 2? Probably not going to do it today, but we are going on a cruise, which is very exciting. This weekend we need to pack for it, so I'm going to be packing and doing laundry, but I think I'm going to do that all on Sunday, and not today. So yeah, I also still have to like, I'm going to do a little like Marshall's haul for you guys because I went to Marshall's in the city yesterday, and I haven't been to a Marshall's or TJ Maxx in New York City in like over a year, and I did find some really cute clothes, so I'll show you that, but I'm gonna do that after my nap because I'm absolutely exhausted. So hello. I am ordering a tripod, by the way, for my iPhone so that I don't have to constantly do things like this, so that I can talk to you all and you can see me. It is about 3 o'clock. I feel a little bit better. I actually didn't end up taking a nap. Turns out a lot of my fatigue was because I had a migraine and I took care of it. Thank you to Sumatriptan. Shout out to you. And I had a little bit of some hummus because I also hadn't really eaten yet today, and I had some really good hummus and pita chips and a green juice and all of that good stuff. So I'm feeling a little bit more alive. Not totally. I would say I feel like 60% alive as opposed to 30, but we'll take what we can get. Right now, I am going to bake the cookies I mentioned earlier. So this is the cookie mix that I was talking about. And I think I'm actually going to try to do the rollout method. There's a recipe on the back for a rollout versus what they call a drop cookie, which is where you just form each cookie and put it onto the cookie sheet. Because I kind of want to use this really cute little rabbit cookie mold. Isn't that adorable? So I think I'm going to try to do that, and we will see how it goes. So wish me luck. Saga of the last 20 minutes. So rolling it out on the counter was a complete fail. I don't know, the dough, at first it seemed too hard and then it was like too liquidy. And then I tried to add a bunch of flour and some maple syrup to kind of balance it, but I think that cookie dough mix just wasn't that good, is the moral of the story. I'm sorry to the homeless people who will have to eat. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I have to make 8 more. I'm going to get these in the oven, and then I'll catch up with you all in a bit. All right, so here are the cookies. They could be better, they could be worse. I don't know if they could be like much worse. I think they're actually going to taste good. They just don't look that aesthetically pleasing, but it is what it is. I need cookies for the homeless, so these are the cookies that we have. Okay, so I want to show you the final finished product. Well, I gotta weave the ends in, which is a little difficult with this sort of project, but like, how cool is this? I actually really love the way that it turned out. So fun. It's kind of almost like a little mat. It could even be, I think, like a welcome mat or something, because it's very, very sturdy and heavy because of the pleather yarn. But yeah, I really like it. So that was a win. And then this was kind of my bonus creation that I did with the scrap yarn from the project. It's like a little flower. I thought it was fun and kind of almost resembled like a balloon animal or something like that. So yeah, it's about 4 o'clock and I think the last thing we're gonna do on this vlog is a little try on haul. My husband, good news, they won their oral arguments today. So that's great, and he is on his way home as we speak, but he's probably going to have to do a significant amount of more work tonight. That is the bad news, slash most of this weekend. So, okay, so yeah, let's do this try on haul. I went to Marshall's yesterday in Chelsea. It's a Marshall's I used to go to all the time when I lived in the city. One of the best ones, in my opinion, in the city, and they had a lot of new fall stuff. Lots of stuff from American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, and Zara, which is some of my favorite stuff to get there, because it's not, you really have to look out nowadays for the clothing at TJ Maxx that is made for TJ Maxx. It's thanks to private equity, and it's sort of chokehold on both like TJ Maxx itself as a retailer, as well as the brands that TJ Maxx has historically worked with to get their inventory. I'll link a video that talks a lot more about this. That's really fascinating, from Laura Vaughn, who is a really cool YouTuber. And I will stop blabbing myself for now. And so I'm just gonna get into the try on haul. So I was gonna say that I like getting stuff from those retailers at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, because they're not like made for TJ Maxx clothing. That's essentially stuff from the factories of Shein and Temu, and is actually like what you would call like dead stock or overstock, meaning that these are clothes that either didn't sell and made it to TJ Maxx, or there was a purchase order that didn't go through, or something like that. So we are gonna get into it, and all of these things I think are from American Eagle and Zara. So the first thing is this flannel. I absolutely love this. I actually wore this last night while my husband was working in his office till midnight. I changed into this, and I was wearing it buttoned last night, but I was wearing it the same way, with black leggings and this headband and these cute little black sandals. And I said to my husband, I was like, I think I look like a farmer who happens to live in Paris. And he laughed and wholeheartedly agreed with it. So I absolutely love this though, because A, it has a hood. So it's actually a hoodie and a flannel. Like, you know, what could be better than that? And it has multiple different patterns of plaid. So you have this sort of white background panel, and then you have the pocket, which is the same as the sleeves, and then you have this other black and white checkered panel. They're similar but different, and I really like that. I think it adds some personality to this top. I also really like how it fits. It's boxy but slouchy, and it hits sort of at my belly button. So it's a good top to wear out. It's not like too it's not too slouchy, but it's also not too fitted to where it's not the most comfortable. And I think a shirt like this, the whole point of it is comfort. And so I feel like this is a really good blend of those things, and it has a really good cut and fit and detail and all of that. So very happy with that. And both the flannels I'm about to show you were both $12.99, which I think is a pretty good deal nowadays too. So this is another one, and this one is an orange, which I don't have an orange flannel. Also, if you know me, I love to wear flannels in the fall and winter. I have sort of a whole collection of them. This one's a little more fitted also because it's a size down. So that was an extra large that I just had on, and this one is just a large. So you can see this is one I would wear more like styled as an outfit and less just sort of around the house. Although I would still wear it around the house, but it's also cropped. It sort of hits at my belly button. And this is one I'd probably wear kind of tied up like this, because I think that's probably the best way to wear this more fitted one. But really cute. I love the orange. And again, just kind of a contrast. It's not too similar to the other one, but it's not a color that I have. And then next up is this linen blend. It's sort of a pastel, or not pastel, but periwinkle blue, although it's showing up a little bit more purple on camera, with a pink stripe throughout, like a vertical stripe pattern. And it's just sort of a slouchy button down. I think it's gonna be great for the cruise that I'm about to go on, which is a big reason I got it. I feel like throwing over a bathing suit, or even just to wear in the mornings out on the balcony, it's gonna be great. It also has this really interesting sleeve, which is what attracted me to it. So you can kind of see that normally what would be the shoulder cut is actually about halfway down. And so it makes it a little bit more slouchy in the upper arms, which I have a larger upper arm and shoulder area. I have very broad shoulders. So a lot of times tops, if they're cut too narrowly, just don't fit me well and are very uncomfortable and just kind of don't sit in the right places. So I actually really like that aspect where it gives the sleeve some flounce. A little oversized, but not too much. And it hits sort of right below my butt. I think it's the perfect length for something like throwing over a bathing suit. I think tied up, it's gonna be really cute. And I also just really loved the color. Oh yeah, how cute is that? I feel like that is so, so cute. And I'll probably kind of cuff the sleeve, but I think this is just gonna be the perfect thing to just throw on. It's very soft and comfortable. I have a few other button downs, but they're more of a cotton blend or a cotton material itself, just like 100% cotton. So they're a little bit stiffer, and this one is a lot softer. So very happy with that. And then we got these two skirts from Zara. This one is sort of a tiered ruffle tulle, and let me get it on. So it looks a little bit weird because I didn't realize it actually has a skirt inside of it, and I don't love that. I don't love skirts, actually. I know a lot of people do, but I like to be able to wear my own undergarments. A lot of times find the skirt part gets bunchy or uncomfortable, so it kind of looks weird, but it's because I'm gonna cut out the skirt part. Actually, I think it's so cute though. It's very fun and flirty. I probably would wear it with leggings underneath it like this, or tights, because it is pretty short. It's definitely a micro mini. And I think my ass would be hanging out, which is part of why I'm not gonna turn around right now. Even though I have leggings on, I still feel weird about it. So I think that's how I'll style it, but I really like it. It looks very ballet core to me. Let me show you the detail of the second skirt. So this is a black velvet. It's the bubble hem at the bottom of the skirt, but it has this sort of ruching and stitching in the top, and so it's going to be more fitted and then kind of flare at the bottom. Ooh, okay. So this actually, I don't even think I would need to try it on as a top, because I can already tell you I like it better as a skirt. I feel like it's maybe a little hard to see because I have black leggings on, but honestly, I like the skirt in this one, although you can see it's extremely short. So there we go. Had to pull it down a little bit, but it's still kind of short. This one is short, but not so, it's not like, oh, I wouldn't wear it out. I definitely would wear this out. It's longer than the other one. So I think I'm gonna leave the skirt part in on this one just because it's convenient. It's really cute. I love how the waist kind of goes out. It feels very feminine, very Parisian. I really like it. So I'm definitely gonna bring both of these skirts on the cruise. I think they were, and I don't really have a lot of skirts actually, and not really a lot of fall. I only maybe own like I would say 4 or 5 skirts in total. Maybe it's more like 6 or 7, and almost all of them are summery skirts. So this is one that'll be really nice for the fall and the winter. So with that, I'm gonna close out the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you who are watching. And if you watched for this long, thank you so much. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. It really helps support the channel, and I'll appreciate you endlessly. And I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.